What's up everybody, Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new action figure review. Today from Star Wars The Vintage Collection, we are looking at the brand new Return of the Jedi BIB FORTUNA. Recently, while I was out on the hunt for Wave 31, I actually ran into the latest Vintage Collection wave. So I was actually able to get BIB, the Mythrol, Bo-Katan, and Lobot. I'll have reviews for all of those as well, but we're starting out with BIB today here. Personally, this was the one I was looking forward to the most. I do have a small Vintage Collection display, as you can see behind the figure, so adding to the Jabba's Palace display is something I love to do, so I knew I needed BIB. So let's just jump into the figure here. Of course, it is on the vintage style card back. It's got the Kenner logo at the bottom. Nice picture of BIB right there. Of course, you can see the figure, all that good stuff here. And then here is the back of the card. You can see up at the top here, we've got VC224 for BIB. You can see right here a nice picture of the wave of figures. And there's really not a whole lot else going on. Of course, we've got the barcode right there. And there's just a closer picture of the wave of figures. So let's not waste a whole lot of time here. BIB does not have any accessories, so we're just going to jump straight into the rotating base. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, and here we are, BIB FORTUNA, out of the packaging, looking absolutely amazing. The Vintage Collection version of this figure is seriously blowing me away. I love the photoreal application. The head sculpt here is absolutely amazing. The soft goods are actually surprisingly executed well here, and we get multiple layers. There's also quite a bit of paint on BIB here, so this is just a really great looking figure, especially for 3 3/4 inch scale. So let's go ahead and we'll just get him off the stand and take a closer look. All right, and here we are. Take a look at that ugly mug right there for BIB. You can see the photoreal application on this figure is impressive. It's really cleanly applied. Just like the Black Series figure as well, there's a little bit of blue shading on the figure, which I think the promo images made it look way worse than what it really is. And then of course, just take a look at the back here. Really nice sculpt work going on for the Leku, right? Leku? I'm going to say that that's what that is without double checking myself, so correct me if I'm wrong, but there you go. We also have the plastic costume underneath here, which does have some really nice details going on here. Some blue plastic with a little bit of gray plastic that does have some paint on it to make it look a little worn, tattered, just like it should, as it's from Return of the Jedi. We do get this nice undercloak here, blue fabric, and we can pull that up and see BIB's pants underneath and his nice boots. Who knew? And underneath the robe here, you can see the arms are just blue plastic with some minor sculpt details to them. And I think they also really nailed the hands on this particular figure. There's even some nice fine paint detail there for the fingernails, and that is very cleanly applied. And yeah, I think the soft goods here actually work really well, which is a good thing because when you get down this small, I feel like soft goods can really make or break a figure, but I honestly think these are executed pretty well here. So I'd say BIB absolutely exceeds in the details department here. So let's go ahead and just move into the articulation. All right, so as far as looking up, BIB can look up about that far and can look down just a little bit. Doesn't really want to stay though, just kind of wants to move back forward. You do get side to side there for the head. You can rotate it around, but it's a little bit of a pain there. You can see it kind of gets caught, so I'm not going to stress that out. You also get plenty of attitude here for BIB, which is very important for the character, so that is nice. Very nice touch there. As far as the shoulders are concerned, they do go out all the way. The arms do rotate around no problem. And we also get a single jointed elbow that actually gives you more than 90 degrees. And for the hands here, we do have rotation, and there is a horizontal hinge on this arm and this arm. So they are both horizontal hinges. Not a bad thing though, as you know, BIB's not really a blaster wielding character, so I would say it really doesn't actually matter in this particular instance. All right, so as far as a crunch is concerned, we actually do get a decent amount forward there. Although again, he just kind of wants to reset back, but you can see it extends down further, but doesn't actually want to hold that deep down. So going back, pretty much just straight up. Of course, it does twist at the waist there, and you do get some side to side as well. So there is some really nice articulation here. Of course, moving down to the legs here in classic vintage collection fashion, you know, you have this joint here that you have to twist around to kick forward. Naturally, it's in a side to side, so you can see the splits right there. Slice noodles fell over. You stay there, Sny. So you can see Bib can do the splits pretty well here, and then of course if you twist this around, then twist the leg back, you can of course get him to kick forward as well. Just depends on what you want to do there. And it's nice on this figure because it is hidden as well. And there is also a thigh swivel here, which you do not see very often, I feel like. And a single jointed knee that works pretty well. You also do have swivel down here. And finally here, moving down to the feet, they do go down about that far. They do go up a decent amount, and Bib does not. I don't think he does actually have ankle pivot. Nope. No ankle pivot, but there is rotation right here. That's a little bit of a bummer there. Definitely a knock, no ankle pivot. But again, I don't think it's really that big of a knock for someone like Bib Fortuna, because you are just going to really like stand him like this, and that's going to be the end of it. Not really a character you need to pose around dynamically. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move into the comparisons here. We'll start out with a couple vintage collection figures. We've got Skiffguard Lando and the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. Two awesome looking figures, and you can see here that Bib is actually pretty big. I'm not sure if Bib is supposed to be that big, but he's pretty sizable, especially next to Boba Fett there. Of course, let's move into some fun Power of the Force stuff. We've got Droopy McCool and Cy Snoodles there. And finally, how about here with the man, the myth, the legend, the Power of the Force, Max Rebo there, out of his little keyboard. So yeah, picking this figure up was definitely a no-brainer for me. Absolutely essential to add to the collection here with the vintage collection Jabba's Palace display. Getting to add another figure here, it's just filling out so nicely. I'm happy to continue to add to this display here, and I hope that one day we can eventually get a reissue of Jabba, because that figure is sorely missed. So there you have it. That was my review for the brand new vintage collection Bib Fortuna. This is a pretty solid release, although you can see that not having ankle pivot is really a pretty big detriment to this figure. It keeps falling over on the rotating base. I'm sure it's going to be fine once it's off of it, but yeah. This is just getting annoying. It's taking me so long to film this little final segment here, but that I would definitely say is a knock. No accessories is a little bit of a knock as well. We could have got the staff that came with the Kenner figure. I think that would have been a pretty decent accessory to include, but you know, beggars can't be choosers here, and I still think the figure is great and definitely worth a pickup. Although if you want to put it on the rotating base of your choosing, he's probably not going to stay up there for long, so definitely not a super dynamic figure, although it does have some pretty nice articulation anyways for a 3 3/4 inch. So there you have it. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars, the Vintage Collection, and the Black Series here on the channel. Consider joining our channel membership for only 99 cents a month. You get a Clone Trooper name badge next to your name and some emojis you can use in our live streams, which take place every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. I'm Nate from Out of the Basement. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.